New coach, new GM, new philosophy, and to be honest, opportunity. Opportunity to lead, opportunity to be one of the best.
This is not rolling, you get it? Rolling the same dice in 2025 as they did in 2024 and 2023.
You've seen it happen before, right? A star rises, burns bright, and then suddenly, it all comes crashing down. But why does this happen? Is it a mere coincidence, or is there more lurking beneath the surface than we realize? In the case of insert topic, their journey wasn't just one of success, but one intertwined with scandal, controversy, and mystery. What started as a dream come true soon transformed into a whirlwind of chaos. But there's one question that still remains unanswered. How much of this was planned and how much was fate? Let's dive deep into the untold story of insert name/topic. A tale that will shock you, confuse you, and leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about success and failure.
And I'm just super grateful for your love and support. No, thanks for being here today, Heather.
It all began with a spark. One moment they were just another face in the crowd. The next, they were everywhere. Insert name wasn't just a type of celebrity. They were a phenomenon. The world was watching and they couldn't get enough. From the moment they stepped into the limelight, something about them was magnetic. Whether it was their talent, their charm, or their ability to make the impossible seem easy, there was no denying that they were destined for greatness. Critics were obsessed. Fans were devoted. The stage was set for what seemed like an unstoppable rise. But as with all great stories, there was a catch. Hidden behind the fame and fortune, the pressure was mounting. The pressure to stay relevant, to keep delivering, to always be perfect. As the world cheered them on,
you chose the Sparks. What sold you on LA?
The vision. There's a ton of talent.
A darker force began to take root. A force that would eventually consume everything. Every great journey has a moment where everything changes. For insert name, that moment came when they took one step too far, or maybe it was just the wrong step altogether. No one saw it coming. Or at least no one was brave enough to speak out. It wasn't just a scandal. It was the scandal. Rumors spread like wildfire. Whispers behind closed doors started to leak out, and suddenly the perfect image of the star began to crack. It wasn't about what we saw on the stage anymore. It was about what was happening off the stage that captured our attention.
In the front court, obviously I have a history playing with Dearica, whom I love, so that was a big part, but also just coach's vision.
A wrong decision, a controversial relationship, or an unexpected public outburst. Whatever it was enough to make people question the persona they'd been sold. Fans, once loyal and loving, began to doubt. Media outlets jumped on the story, amplifying every mistake and every misstep. But this was just the beginning. This turning point was only the first domino to fall in a much larger chain of events. And what followed would shake their world to its core. By now, the whispers had turned into roars. The public's opinion of insert name shifted from admiration to judgment. The story of their rise had become a distant memory, overshadowed by the drama that seemed to follow them at every turn. What once seemed like an unstoppable force was suddenly a fragile, broken figure scrambling to hold on. The scandals that had initially been brushed aside now consumed the headlines. And as the world watched, it became clear. This was no longer about talent or success. It was about survival. But here's the kicker. Some people started to wonder if this was all part of the plan. Was it all orchestrated? Did they want this? Did they set themselves up for the fall? Or was it simply the weight of their own choices coming crashing down? Whatever the truth was, the damage was undeniable. Every misstep was scrutinized, every flaw magnified. What was once a bright star now seemed like a fading light, on the verge of being snuffed out entirely. But there was more to the story, much more. You see, what the public didn't know was what was happening behind the scenes. In the private corners of their life, things were unraveling in ways that no one could have predicted. Friends turned foes. Allies disappeared. And all the while, insert name struggled with battles that few could see. There were rumors of betrayal, of manipulation, of power struggles that went beyond what anyone could imagine. Was it the pressure from their team, the media, or something more sinister at play? Maybe it was a mix of it all. But one thing became clear. No one had a full grasp on the situation, and not even those closest to them seemed to understand what was happening. Behind closed doors, the situation was deteriorating. And while the world speculated on what happened next, insert name tried to rebuild. But the cracks were becoming too wide to ignore. As the months went by, the fallout from the scandal left everyone reeling. Fans once obsessed with every move now turned on their idol. The media vultures circled, picking apart every word, every action, searching for the next big headline. They were nowhere to be found. Or were they? Some say they retreated into seclusion, while others believe they staged their disappearance for dramatic effect. Whatever the truth was, the public waited for the inevitable return, but it never came. Instead, whispers continued. There were rumors of financial ruin, of a career that couldn't be salvaged. But even as the world speculated, the silence only made the mystery deeper. Then, just when it seemed like all hope was lost, something unexpected happened. A hint of a comeback. A rumor of a new project, a new chapter. But was it a redemption arc, or just another desperate attempt to keep the lights on? Everyone was watching, waiting for the next big move. And when it came, it wasn't what anyone expected. Whether it was a calculated move to reignite interest or a sincere attempt at redemption, no one could say for sure. But the truth? The truth was far more complicated than a simple comeback story. People wondered if the story was over, or if this was just another chapter in a much bigger saga. And the questions lingered, leaving everyone wondering, could they ever truly reclaim their former glory, or had they already been lost to the shadows of their own mistakes? And here we are, still left with one final question. What's next for insert name? Is there hope for redemption, or will the shadows of their past forever haunt them? The truth, as always, is hidden somewhere in between. The story of their rise, their fall, and the unknown future that awaits is far from over. What happened behind the scenes? What's the next twist in this saga? You'll have to keep watching because this story is far from finished.